Hey guys, welcome back to the Football Manager Beta here with our Rangers save. Today we've got a couple of matches. First one up against Aberdeen in the semi final of the Premier Sports Cup, I think, and Kilmarnock in the league. But since you're last with us, let's just have a look at the league table. In fact, we'll look at what's happened first. So, our last games that we've seen were Real Sociedad and St Johnson. We then beat Hearts 1-0. St Mirren 2-1. Then it was the World Cup and we had a wee friendly fling in there. After the World Cup, we came back and hammered Dundee United 4-1, Hibs 3-0. We then slipped up against Ross County, 2 each. We let in two very late goals. Or two late goals, not very late goals, which I was really disappointed in. We then beat Motherwell 4-1, and then we finally suffered our first league defeat against Celtic, and you can probably see why we lost. Tavernier getting sent off in the 78th minute, and we let goals in, the two goals in after that. Really disappointed in the 94th minute goal that we let in. Was really disappointing. Up until that point, like it was 1-0 at the time, but it was very comfortable. Like they never had a chance at all. But Tavernier kind of screwed the pooch on that one and basically let us down. But the way things are looking, just look into that even more. So we've played 21, won 18, drew 2, lost 1. Celtic have dropped more points. They've lost 2 games against Aberdeen and Hibernian. That's why we're still 6 ahead. So still a lovely cushion to have. I'm glad to have Cholak back. He's scored quite a few goals. I don't actually have the goal scorers on here. I usually do. Goal scorers. Oh, size all columns. But yeah, he's scored the 2 goals against Ross County, and then he also scored against Celtic. So scored 3 and 3 since he came back. So I'm pretty happy with that. Also, Yanis Hadji has come back, and he has been something else. He's been absolutely awesome. So I'm pretty happy that we've got him back. We'll have a wee look at the World Cup, which was won by Spain. So we'll have a look at the groups. If you want to stop and look at anything, just hit the pause button. I'm not getting into too much detail, but yeah, no major surprises I see there. Maybe Tunisia beating Denmark. Mexico top in that group. Or even England's group, Iran going through, and Wales and USA not getting to the next round. So second round, no big upsets here. Holland put out England. Portugal getting beat off of Serbia maybe. Croatia beating Germany's a big upset. Maybe Uruguay beating Brazil. Quarter final. Mexico, Spain, France, Uruguay through to the semis, and then France beating Uruguay, Spain beating Mexico. Uruguay got third place, and as we've seen, Spain beat France, but it was France that had the top goal scorer in the tournament. Where was the Spanish strikers? 3 goals. Ramos, Fernan Torres, and Pedri. So Spain get their second World Cup in the last 4 that they've played in, so they'll be happy with that. But let's just get stuck into today's first game against Aberdeen, which is a semi-final, and this is the team that we'll send out for it. We've got McCrory and goal. In fact, sorry, we've got a bit of transfer business. I've just seen him there. In fact, we'll just go back. So, transfers out. John McLaughlin, we sold Kamara. He wasn't getting a game. He wanted game time. We weren't going to give him it, so we sold him to Wolves for 5 million. McLaughlin went to Huddersfield for 140k. Lewis McKinnon away for 1.7k. Wasn't going to play him. And Hilander went for 1.2 million. But we brought in Ruben Fizo from Levante. He looks like a really, really good defender. He did play against Celtic and he was absolutely amazing. We did sign him for 16 million, but it's not all up front. I believe it was 6 up front and the rest in add-ons. So that's the only transfers in that we done. But team to play Aberdeen: McCrory in goals, Tavernier, Goldson, Vezo, Yilmaz at the back, Gagliardini. Why is Lundstrom not there? Right, so it'll be Gagliardini, Lundstrom, and Tillman in the midfield, Kent and Lawrence out in the wings, and Cholak up front. I'm hoping that the defeat to Celtic won't cause the team to lose a lot of confidence. I don't really care about this Premier Sports Cup, but it would be a nice to get a trophy in the cabinet, even if it is one that nobody really cares about. We've had a couple of corners, but no success so far. We do like to get a couple of early goals with corners at games recently. And Antonio Cholak gets his 15th of the season with that nice wee flick on from the corner. Not gonna lie, I only just caught that because I looked away from the screen for a second. So Aberdeen, that was it Goldson? Yeah, it was Goldson that cleared that. I didn't know if he fluffed it or Goldson cleared it, but he cleared it. Surprised that wasn't going to be a yellow card there. Kind of kicked Cholak in the back. Tavernier with the deep free kick, crosses and Goldson's there, but he heads it over. That was unlucky. Not gonna lie, that'd have been a really good goal if he managed to score that there. And they nearly done the same to us. It hits the bar. Lawrence started the break, but didn't lead to anything. I don't like the fact that since we've scored, Aberdeen's had really the only chances. Hopefully we can string a few passes together here and get a goal. Cholak, ambitious, but at least he's trying. Tavernier with a good ball to Tillman. Nobody's in the box though. Kent's at the back far post, and he gets it. And he hits that on a volley. That was actually a really good goal. That was a nice controlled finish. Glad to be taking the 2-0 lead into the break. Gives us a wee bit more of a comfort cushion. Sorry, I can't seem to speak today. I would love it even more if we managed to get a goal right at the start of this half. Tillman plays to Cholak, and Cholak slips that past the keeper. That was a nice finish. Shot it across himself and across the goalkeeper. Tavernier with a deep free kick towards Cholak. But he gets headed away, and now Aberdeen on the break. I don't mind if you keep going backwards. Come on, Cholak. I thought Cholak was going to try and steal that there. Ashby now blocked. I think it was Yilmaz that blocked that. Lundstrom's clearance was a bit poor, but their shot was even more poor. McCrory collects that with ease. He then thunders it forward to Cholak, who wins the header, who plays in Kent, who plays back to Cholak, and that was amazing. Lump forward to Cholak, he headers it down to Kent. Kent plays Cholak through, and Cholak slots it by the keeper as if he wasn't even there. So, I don't like saying it usually, but I think I'm safe to presume that we are through to the next round. So I'll bring on Matondo, and I think Lowry can come on for Tillman. We'll bring on Jack against his old team for Gagliardini. Let's not get Goldson sent off so Suter can come on for him. I'll leave Cholak on the now. Kent with the free kick. Shoots and off the post. That's 2 free kicks I've seen him score, and that was a really good goal. Sorry, I just seen that the assistant manager is actually wanting us to take off Kent for Matondo, but that's not happening. But we've made this game look really easy. So I think I'll make one last sub. I'll bring on Morelos for Cholak. Don't want to cause Cholak any more injuries. He's been by far our best goal scorer this season. There also is, when I was talking about transfer business, I don't know why, but we might be selling Ryan Kent for 40 odd million. I don't really know how I feel about that. We never had a choice in the matter. The bid was automatically accepted. To be honest, I think I would have accepted it anyway because 40 million for Kent I think is ludicrous. He's a good player, yes. 40 million? Don't think so. Maybe 20 tops if he plays the way he's playing today every game, but not going to lie, he is fairly inconsistent, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to moan about it. We're getting 40 million out of it, and Morelos with a wee cheeky dink across over the keeper by one count. But yeah, I'll show you after the game. McCrory was also wanted from somewhere down south for 1 point something million. But I totally forgot about the Ryan Kent transfer until there. I still find it absolutely bonkers that and as Man United is wanting him. Man United are wanting him. Tottenham are wanting him. Tottenham put in 35 million for him because they put in a bid of 10 million, and I didn't really want to sell him for 10 million, so I put in 30 million plus add-ons, and they accepted it. And then Real Madrid, Man United came in with an even better offer, and that just got accepted itself. But during that wee waffle that I had, Morelos ended up getting his goal and putting his 5 ahead, finishing the game 6-1. So we're now in the final. I have no idea who's in the semi-final. So we'll have a wee look at that in a second. Kent on top form, 2 goals, 2 assists. We're probably going to get his best performances just as he's leaving. So transfers out. Ryan Kent. So yeah, 30 million. And it was 36.5 million, including add-ons. But then Man United came in with 21.5 million and overall 43 million. Don't understand it. Don't understand it at all. And it was Southampton that was wanting McCrory for combined 2.4 million. So does it say semi-final? We're playing Hibs. So I'll see you in just a second when we play Kilmarnock. Right, so this is the team that we're going to send out against Kilmarnock in the Premier League. We've got McCrory in goals, King, Suter, Vezo, Yilmaz at the back, Gagliardini, Lundstrom and Tillman in the midfield, Lawrence and Hadji out in the wings, and Cholak up top. We had to make some subs because Tavernier and Goldson are suspended for this game, so that will give them a wee bit of rest, but we also need to bring in someone who's just back from a long-term injury and a youngster in King. Since you were last with us as well, we've also sold Kent. Kent left just after the Aberdeen game, so he kind of saved his best performance for his last ever Rangers appearance. I have a couple of replacements in mind for Kent. The easiest one would be bringing in Lawrence for that position, and then bringing in like a backup, or I could just go out and find an actual replacement. Part of me's think, ooh, part of me's thinking about just playing the wingers that we've got now, Hadji on the right, Lawrence on the left, because Lawrence is an awesome player, and Hadji's been absolutely immense since he's come back. So that might be the case, and we might just bring in a young. It's youngsters I'm looking at, so I don't know. It depends on who's available, to be honest. Had a decent start to the match, and the decent start has turned into a great start. Cholak's put us 1-0 up. I'm so glad we've got him back. Scored a hat trick in the last game, and then he's already on the score sheet inside 10 minutes in this one. Hopefully, we can get a wee bit of revenge from Kilmarnock, because I believe they drew us. They were the first team that we drop points against this season, so I kind of want to get revenge and go out and absolutely demolish them. So Hadji into Cholak, and that duo has been devastating since Cholak and Hadji have returned to full fitness. Cholak getting another couple of goals for us. It'd be good to see him getting another hat trick, 2 hat tricks in 2 games in a row. Not gonna lie, that Kilmarnock player, I thought he was the same name as a Pokemon. I thought his name was Poliwrath. It's not, it's Polworth. Shows you how well I can actually read things. Oh, I thought Hadji might have been able to get that there. Hadji done well. Track back and get that back. Suter now plays it to Tillman, who shoots, and wow. I don't even know what to say about that finish. He just turned and he absolutely smashed that, and it flew by the keeper at a rate of knots. Cholak plays it into Lawrence. That was poor defending, but our left winger played well, scoring last game, and my left winger's playing well and scoring in this game. Well, this is turning out to be an absolutely awesome episode for us. A wee bit of disappointment just before the episode, defeat to Celtic, but the team's bounced back. And since he's came back, Cholak has been absolutely amazing. And I know I keep saying it, but so is Hadji. So maybe later in this half, I'll see if I can bring on Lowry and Hadji to Cholak again. 20th of the season for him. Hadji must have some amount of assists, and he's not even played half a season yet. But by the looks of it, we are passing around this. We are passing the ball around in this match with relative ease, and Cholak's in again, and that was unlucky. Tried to go for the early left footer, but it got blocked. Gagliardini wins it back, and was unlucky to not win it a second time, and they're in, and they managed to pull a goal back. So I think coming up to 60 minutes, we'll make our first set of subs. We'll bring on Lowry and McCann. That'll probably be the starting two for the next couple of seasons after this. I don't think I'm going to be here for this long. This will probably just be a 2-season save. Let's do Morelos, Sakala for Hadji. Bring on Davies. We'll leave it like that. Mainly because we can't make any more subs. No, not cancel. Confirm. But yeah, this will probably just be a 2-season save, just until the full game actually releases. We are already more than half, or just halfway through this season, so another maybe 4 episodes and it should be done. And then we should have enough time to do a second season. If we do... Oh, sorry, we won 5-0. 5-1. That was a good victory. Played really well. Cholak... Did he get a hat-trick? I want to say that he got a hat-trick again. He did. Again, my attention span is shocking. Right, so I was just about to say we should have enough time between now and when the game releases to get another season out of this. If we do win the league, and if we do win the league and one or two of the cups, like domestic cups, I'll probably go through the season a bit quicker and just mainly focus on Europe probably next season. This is how things are looking at the end of the episode. We're obviously in the final of the Premier Sports Cup against Hibs. And we are still 6 points ahead of Celtic. So Cholak is now up into the goal scoring, top 3 goal scoring stats, 6 away from Kyogo, and this chap here is absolutely banging him in for Aberdeen to the point where I actually scouted him. But next episode we'll be back. I think we'll be back for this double header in the Europa League. The Premier Sports Cup final's too close. It's only the end of January. It's like 9 days away, so I don't really want to come back for that. And again, as I say, it's not a cup that I'm actually aiming to win. It's more the Scottish Cup, which I've got Cove Rangers in, and the league. But we'll be back for this double header in the Europa League. So we've got quite a few games to go. And I've just realised that we're actually playing on my birthday, 16th of March. So hopefully that'll be a good birthday present for me. So if you liked this episode in any way, please do leave a like. If you'd like to see more Football Manager content on the channel, please subscribe, turn your notifications on, and thank you very much for watching.